Ghate, the assistant editor at Efficient Manufacturing magazine. And we have here with us Mr. Shripathi V, who is the senior lead at Aerospace Indo-Pacific Hexagon India Private Limited. So let's start with the interview. Sir, can you please give me a brief introduction how manufacturing is important for aerospace industry as a whole in India?
So when you look at any country's growth, when we take into account manufacturing is the main entity which comes into picture. So whatever we are self-sufficient on, or we call it as Atmanirbhar in terms of manufacturing most of the components in India for aerospace and defense. So the growth factor will be much more impactful uh, in the manufacturing industry and as well as aerospace and defense as an entity.
When how manufacturing or new manufacturing technologies you are actually predicting that will impact the industry.
So when you look at the conventional manufacturing system, like be it forming, welding, or any other technologies, I think we follow other countries today to a good extent. We have these technologies which are matured in pretty much other part of the world like Germany or China. So when we look at additive as an entity, additive manufacturing, one, it is very pretty much on the similar stage as all the other countries in India, and we are also leading in some of the factors. When we look at Atmanirbhar Bharat or the campaign where Make in India components were announced or the ban on import was announced by the government, most of these cases can be addressed practically using additive manufacturing, and we are able to do that for either space industry or aero or the defense industry as such.
Okay. And what is the importance of end-to-end process for manufacturing and how Hexagon is impacting into that area, under that arena?
So when you look at end-to-end, these components, what are there in front of you, they are pretty much a day-to-day entities which are there in the aircraft industry. It's aerospace brackets or aircraft brackets. So some of the components which are already there as part of the supplied aircraft may not be available for MRO. At that case, we have to reverse engineer it. So our scanning solutions, or we call it as the measurement, devices, metrology scanners will help in really getting the geometry out of a particular component. So we can also optimize it for its weight. So this weighs about 1.4 kgs, 1.5 kgs. This weighs exactly half of that. And further to that, we can use additive technology and then bring it to 450 grams or even lesser, maintaining the strength properly. So with that, end to end, we are talking about one, getting the geometry out of a scan, plus printing it, where we have done the additive manufacturability simulation, plus also the quality check is done with our own systems, which are there as quality, parameter analysis. So this is end to end. So for any shop floor or any supplier today, or be it be an MRO or a service provider for manufacturing, this matters a lot because the part rejections will reduce, and as well as the quality product actually will be out. So it could be for make in India for India. The same provider can actually make in India for the world.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this is the future.
This is the future.
So that was Mr. Shripathi, and I really thank him for providing us greater inputs on what the aerospace industry or the manufacturing industry is looking at. So I really thank you.
Thank you.